Good evening, everyone. Warmly welcome you to the eighth episode of Leadership is Also About podcast series organized by National Showcasing Team of Isaac in Sri Lanka. First and foremost, I'd like to extend my gratitude to the National Showcasing Team of Isaac Sri Lanka for organizing the podcast series where we can express our opinions and drive discussions on leadership. Today, the topic we are going to discuss is how important is being a solution oriented leader for the creation and maintenance of sustainable partnerships. To talk about this, we have our one leader of Isaac Sri Lanka, our guest speaker, Ms. Muru Gamuge, Member Committee Vice President for Partnership Development of Isaac in Sri Lanka for the term 1920, and I'm Dilushini Douglas, Member Committee Vice President for Partnership Development of Isaac in Sri Lanka for the term 2021. To begin with this, I'm directing my first question to you, Muru. What does leadership mean to you? Is there anyone who inspired you to be a leader?
Thank you so much, Dilushini. I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate National Showcasing Team for this great initiative as of the podcast series Leadership is All About. It's a very good initiative that with the current moment that's going on in the current country. And I'm glad to have you as the host for today, Dilushini, as you're one of my successors. As of your question, what does leadership mean to me? Leadership is mainly gaining and giving a good experience to the team as well as for the team leader as of an individual. And as for my objective, team leader should achieve a unite goal with the team. And when it comes to leadership, is also about developing team members' strength and turning their weaknesses into strength. And one day, if they can become a good leader, I think we can name it as good leadership. And from the leadership experience, giving a challenging and a good experience for the team is also can be named as leadership. And from my perspective, leadership is not a thing that you do at a certain point. Where leadership is a practice that you follow every day. As of example, if one person can consider herself as a good safe driver or a good driver by driving a vehicle for a single day, or else the same person can continue driving and say called as the good driver or a safe driver, that he or she can continue driving until they die, until he or she die, and can call as a safe or a good driver. Then the both situations, both the gap between these situations will express the leadership for me, as the leadership is not a thing where you at a certain point, where leadership is a practice that you have to follow every day. And, and if you take a time frame and consolidate all the things that you did throughout the time frame, as of imagine the decisions that you took, the situations that you experienced, the executions, or the attitude that you showed to others, or the solutions that you had, I think it's all about leadership. It's not a thing that you did at a certain point. It's all about activities that you did in the specific time frame. It's not in a specific time frame. In that time frame, that's what leadership means to me. And the second part of the question, as you asked, who inspired me to become a leader? As I can't name a specific person who inspired me to become a leader, but I have met different personalities and different people with different qualities in my career, in my university life, as well as in my ISAT life. And these people have inspired me in different situations to become a leader in different ways. And I would like to say that my support system, as my family and my friends, have also inspired me to become a leader.
Amazing. That makes a lot of sense. So, how do you define being solution oriented in a leadership perspective? And do you believe it is a must for a leader to be solution oriented?
Yes. Being solution oriented would be a fundamental quality that leader could have, because a lot of people are looking up for a leader for a decision or for a solution. Basically, I think leaders can view a bigger scope and a bigger picture, and he or she can find better and alternative solutions. for a situation or for a problem. Therefore, there can be times where you need to think outside the box or to dissolve the box as a leader. Therefore, I think it is necessary to understand and how we can play the role of being solution oriented, because it highly depends with the situation as of a leader. And I think it's a must to be solution oriented as a leader, because as I said earlier, there can be scenarios or situations where leaders should find solutions. Leader should have to find solutions for different situations or for different scenarios. Uh, Different scenarios, yes.
Amazing. According to your opinion, what are the characteristics which can be identified in a sustainable partnership? And how important is having sustainable partnerships for an organization?
Okay, as of characteristics that a sustainable partnership we can identify as the main characteristics that we can identify as a sustainable partnership. It's a long run or a long term partnership, and we both parties can have a good understanding and a good mutual respect among both parties, and we would have a strong communication and a negotiation platform where both parties can communicate basically, and equal and mutual benefits for both parties where both partnership is going on. And when it comes for a long-term sustainable partnership, I think we can generate more positive ripple effects for both parties, where both parties can have more positive and more double effects with a strong sustainable partnership. And it will also enhance the marketing and the branding visibility for the partnership, and it will give more benefits for both parties. That are the main characteristics that I can identify as in a sustainable partnership. And importance of having a sustainable partnership for an organization can be identified in many ways, as in terms of financial sustainability or for organizational development. We can have sustainable partnerships, and when it comes to organizational development, we can expand our business or products through sustainable partnerships. And more partnerships will enhance the branding and the market visibility for organization, and it will also enhance the membership experience for an organization like us in different ways. Therefore, overall, I can say the organizational sustainability in the long run paves the right direction and path to organization in a dynamic environment.
All right. So the next question is, as the member committee vice president for partnership development, what are the factors that attract your highest attention in making strategies to build up and maintain sustainable partnerships?
Okay, as of strategies that have attracted and I have built up during my during my ISAC life as a PVPPD role, the main factors or the main strategies that I have used during my term, if I can list down, it will be mainly the consistent update process, because we need to have a consistent update process or a communication method to have a sustainable or a good partnership, because communication is a must in a partnership. And second one, we can say we should give more focus in the long term or for the long run perspective, not in a short term benefits or for short term goals or achievements. We should give more focus to long term to have a sustainable partnership. We have to plan for long term goals and achievements in our views, in both parties' views. And we should have a proper customer relationship management way, because when building up new partnerships or maintaining new partnerships, we are having different types of customers and different parties. Uh, I think therefore we should have a proper tool or a method to maintain all these partnerships with different customers. And we should give a proper engagement plan throughout the year, where partners can engage with us, where partnerships where we can attract partnerships, where we can build up partnerships. Therefore, we should have a proper engagement plan throughout the year as an organization to have more sustainable partnerships. And the other one is when when we are maintaining having or to attract new partners or building up new partnerships, we should have a good understanding or an in-depth understanding of a market research knowledge with the sales techniques. Because to attract new partners, we should have a thorough understanding related to sales techniques that we use in building up partnerships. And the as of the last one, we should have a proper strong account management process where we to manage the existing partners that we are having. Because we should have a proper platform, proper process, proper engagement plan where we're going to have deliveries, where we're going to track all information. Therefore, like that, we should have a proper plan to maintain all the accounts that we have, or as in all the partners that we have. And as the last strategy I can name, where we have where we should have a proper plan to upscale all the partnerships. We have to upscale a partnership in a time period. It can be annually or periodically. We have to upscale the partnership to maintain or to have the partnership in the long run. We have to upscale the partnership periodically and to give more engagement spaces for and give more benefits to both parties and to have a upscaling process. Therefore, we should have proper process for upscaling for partners as well as it will also implement with leads that we have. I think that I can summarize as the strategies or the factors that I use in my MCVP uh, PD role that I use to have or maintain sustainable partnerships.
All right. I think that contained a lot of insights. So, Miro, being a leader makes you have some followers who are always keen on your actions. So, what are the methods you usually use to make your team members develop their skills in being solution oriented?
Okay, yes. Yes, Dilushini, I think you also have to agree with the factor that solution oriented is a must. It's an ideal quality and it's a must quality that the people who are working with external should have, because PD people as the partnership people who are engaging, they are mainly dealing with the people, external people, the different types of people. Uh, Therefore, in a crisis situation, also solution oriented is vital for the partnership development team like this. Therefore, I think team members also should have a good knowledge and understanding about the externals, as how they think, how they work, what are their responses, what are their actions. Therefore, and if something happened with partners or externals, I think partnership development team has or as individuals, I have to identify it and find quick solutions to overcome from the issues or from the situation. And these issues can be related to partnership delivery or related to negotiations. Therefore, I think partnership development people quality, the solution oriented quality is a must. They should develop within themselves. Therefore, in my working environment for my team, my working environment mainly is to give my team members to mainly work with partners, as I'll be giving the full process to learn and engage with the partners where they will have the ability to learn individually everything. They will in this process they will learn what they will learn they will learn anyway develop the solution oriented skills by facing to different challenging environments and situations that they are facing. And the other one is I'm giving the ownership to my team in a specific scope. I will let them mainly let them take their own decisions related to the partnerships that they are handling, because I am believing that by handling and giving ownership to a specific partnership and by giving ownership to handle a partnership, I think I mainly believe that they will anyway developing their qualities and they will also face different situations. It will basically it will enhance their solution oriented skills, and in this process they will also develop and they will also find better or alternative solutions in different environments. I think with those challenging environments and giving ownership in their work, I think my team will also develop their solution oriented skills uh, as of their individually and within themselves.
All right, Miro. Have you come across any challenging situation where your plan A didn't work, but yet having a plan B helped you to manage the situation with fewer difficulties and maintain a healthy relationship with external parties.
Uh, yes, that's a challenging environment challenging situation that I faced during my local committee vice president role in University of Colombo. Therefore, we had two plans for that specific event as for Plan A and Plan B. Both plans were related to the event delegation because we had a deliverable related with a partner for the event delegation crowd. Therefore, Plan A was to attract the event delegation through organic growth, such as with the offline and online promotion materials. And Plan B was to attract the crowd or the delegation through university partnerships that we're going to create. Therefore, 2 or 3 days before, we consolidate all the plans and we came for some conclusions that Plan A was not going to be successful because we could not achieve the target number of delegates through Plan A. Therefore, anyway, we have worked out for Plan B. Uh, we worked out for Plan B. Therefore, we thought of moving from Plan A to Plan B. And for the last 2 or 3 days for the event, we worked mainly for the Plan B. And we executed the Plan B on the event day. And I think it was very successful. We could achieve the partnership delivery as well as we were able to maintain the partnership in a healthy way. Uh, I think, therefore, when it comes to partners, when working with externals or partners, or we should have a proper plans. We should have proper plans as of two plans, have or else you should have a backup plan when working with externals mainly because these are challenging environments that you all are facing mainly when working with externals or partners or with companies because we will have different situations, we will have different issues. Therefore, in my opinion, that's a challenging environment that I faced in my life. I think, therefore, as advice that I can give, you should have a proper plan. You should have a backup plan or else two plans where you can execute to have the good relationship with the external.
I see. I think that can be like anyone can relate that. So, Muru, in your opinion, what is the biggest advantage that an organization can have if it is led by a solution-oriented leader, particularly when creating and maintaining partnerships that are sustainable?
Okay. As of organizations mainly depends on effects with external factors and mainly organizations are facing in a dynamic environment and this environment is changing with every situation and when external factors are changing organizations also face in different situations and in a scenario like now organizations also do face crisis situations because of that I do believe solution oriented leader is a must to have when working with sustainable partnership because solution oriented will a leader will believe and will always think that all these sustainable partnerships will be beneficial to overcome from the challenging or the crisis situations that they are facing from the external environment. Therefore, when we can have them as the organization mainly strength, if the leader believes that the sustainable partnership as the organization's strength, I think a leader can enhance these partnerships to overcome from the crisis situations or from the problems that they are facing. And the solution oriented leader will also maintain and to get the maximum out of this sustainable partnership and to in this dynamic organizational environment.
All right. In the face of current uncertainties, how can we ensure the effective maintenance of existing partnerships while building up new ones in order to preserve organizational sustainability?
Yeah. As of with the current situation, we have to make sure and we need to think of maintaining the effective maintenance of with the existing partnerships that we have. Uh, as to build up and to maintain the existing partnership, I think we need to come up with different engagements that we can have with both partners. as of both parties are facing difficult situations as of the moment. And from our side, we should think and we should give more focus to long run or the long term perspective. Therefore, I think uh, not to short term goals or achievements that we have with the current situation. Sometimes the existing partners that they won't be able to continue with the agreed engagements that they have, or else they would not be able to plan for they would not be able to plan for something new. I think therefore from our side as an organization, I think we have to innovate and let, uh, can come up with new solutions that be related to the current situation. That it can be a new project, event, or a product that will give benefits to the both parties as well as for the mainly the partners. Therefore, we can sustain and we can retain the partnership in this current moment, and we should focus and facilitate these kind of innovative ideas to have the partner in this moment, because the existing partners won't be able to go ahead with the past agreed engagements. Therefore, we have to come up with uh, new touch points or new engagements should that we should give focus at this moment. And sometimes these engagements will not give benefits for both parties, but it's okay. But we have to focus more on the partner side, because to maintain this partnership, we have to uh, have some sacrifices from our side. Therefore, at this moment, I think we should not mainly think about the mutual benefit for the both parties. We can think about the one party benefit and go ahead with this engagement point and to maintain and retain the existing partnership that we have. And to as of to attract the new partnerships with the current situation, uh, I think with the post COVID situation or with the COVID situation, the transformation that's happening in economically, in politically, socially, in every perspective. Therefore, a lot of objectives, goals, and targets for the partners of companies have been changed with the transformation. They are coming up with new products, new innovative, new ideas, uh, new transformations. Therefore, as an organization, we should also and we have to think and come up with new ideas and new innovative, new initiatives and new transformations from our side that we can match the goals and the requirements with both parties as a partners as from our side. Yeah, we can match both requirements. Then if we can match this requirement, I think we can go ahead and build up new partnerships with partners again in the current situation. Then we can go ahead with a sustainable partnership again with a new on based on a new project, event, or an initiative that we are building up with the current situation. I think that the current situation that we have to think about when come for existing partners, we have to think for in a different way, and when building up new partners, we have to think in a different way.
Yes, indeed. That's a lot of valuable ideas and insights and very inspiring. Thank you very much, Muru, for sharing your experiences and ideas on today's topic. How important is being a solution oriented leader for the creation and maintenance of sustainable partnership? With that, we are moving on to the rapid fire series. So here you have to pick one quickly out of the two options I'm giving. All right.
Okay.
So here we go. Morning person or night person?
Night person.
Okay. Listen to music or read a book?
Listen to music.
Texting or talking?
Talking.
Strategic or transformational?
Strategic.
Thinking or feeling?
Thinking.
Being a world citizen or empowering others?
Empowering others.
All right. Thank you, Miro, for answering the rapid fire series. Especially in a time of pandemic situation, managing partnership is really challenging, and being solution oriented is very relevant to face many obstacles coming in our way. Thank you very much, Ms. Muru, Member Committee Vice President for Partnership Development of ISAC in Sri Lanka for the term 1920, for sharing your valuable ideas and your experience with us. Thank you for your precious time as well. I should also thank to the national showcasing team of ISAC in Sri Lanka again for stepping forward and organizing this podcast series on leadership is also about. With that, we have come to the end of today's program on how important is being a solution-oriented leader for the creation and maintenance of sustainable partnership. I also thank you everyone for joining today and have a good night.